All righty, folks, now we turn to senior fellow at the Hoover Institution, host of the Victor Davis Hanson Show podcast, and author of The End of Everything, coming out in paperback on September 2nd, only about a week and a half away. Happy to have Victor Davis Hanson with us today. By the way, if you have Victor Davis Hanson on your show, you always have the smartest guy in the room on your show. Victor, really good to have you. Can you break down, I speculated a little bit in that first block that Trump is kind of, and Cash and Pam Bondi are trying to point to the left, saying, hey, you wanted to go after Trump for his handling of classified documents. Let's see how some of these Trump haters have handled classified documents themselves. Do you think it's this, or do you think there's something more? Because it needs to be an investigation in order to kind of bust into his house, right?
Yeah, I think they have to go through a third-party judge, and they have to present evidence. So the question is, did Donald Trump have any knowledge of this from the DOJ or the FBI in advance? He says he didn't. Then the question is, were the notes that he took, and anybody who read his memoir could see that they were derivative of notes in confidential conversations, were those classified conversations, and he recorded them on his notes and used them? And that litigation or that audit was going on during the Biden's 2020 campaign. And if you remember, once Trump was declared the loser and Biden entered office in January, then that investigation was dropped of Bolton. So we never really knew whether he had violated confidentiality or classified, or it was just he said. And I think now there's either one or two reasons. They want to reinvestigate this and drag it back up, either for the principal purpose of providing deterrence so nobody does this, or that past illegality is finally punished, or he's just, they have a personal feud. And if that's the case, then that's wrong. But I think there's enough evidence to suspend judgment until we see exactly what they find. The only other irony, really quickly, Eric, remember when the Mar-a-Lago raid happened in 2022, John Bolton was a very vocal critic of both Trump and expressed his support for the FBI. He said that Donald Trump had no respect for classified files, even though of the 13,000 files that were reportedly taken away, I think there was only 102 that qualified as classified. So there's a little bit of irony. And then the final question is this personal retribution, or is this necessary deterrence so that the people in the past and the present who may have broken the law don't do it again?
Well, barring Trump writing something or telling someone who would say something that it was personal retribution, we would never be able to prove something like that, because it's literally the same thing that they went after Trump for a couple of times. And it's the same thing they checked into Biden and found out he mishandled classified documents. And remember, the special counsel or investigator said, oh, no, we can't convict him anyway, so we're not even going to try Biden. Meanwhile, they tried to throw the book at Trump. Two quick things. Remember how the FBI set up that they spread out some classified documents on the floor, took a picture of it, and until asked later, made it seem like that's the way Trump was holding classified documents, when the reality was those documents were actually in a file cabinet or a box. And two, if Bolton did mishandle these classifieds, refresh us, what could be the penalty?
Well, on the first question, they not only scattered them, that they actually brought little name tags with them. Remember, classified that were not there in the Trump files, so that they scattered them on the ground, and then they attached these little files as if they had this preordained, so that they said, just so you know, these things on the ground that look so sloppy, they are classified, and you wouldn't be able to see the rubrics normally, so they put these big block letters so it was kind of a performance art orchestrated event. If I suppose that it would not just be violation of, the worst could happen is that they would claim that it was espionage, and in the sense that a government official had access to a classified conversation or a classified document. And I don't think John Bolton, with all his legal expertise and experience, would be naive or stupid enough to bring out actual files. I think it's more likely that he dictated something during these meetings, because he had this reputation for his entire career as a note taker. And then he used these notes, and then he published a book with classified information that was in it, and that was of some benefit for opponents of the United States to calibrate their strategy, given they had an inside source or an inside look, public though it was to everyone. I think that's punishable by somewhere around 10 years, as I remember.
Treason? I mean, is it a form of treason?
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's that, but it's a violation of the Espionage Act rather than just the classified documents.
Can we show that picture
if it's of
again?
use to a foreign power?
They found the picture of so here's a picture we're talking about. I found this to be probably the main reason I realized at that moment that the FBI is really a deep state Democrat operative, a wing of the Democrat Party. Our own FBI, because Victor, those documents, as we pointed out, were never on the floor like that. They didn't tell us that they spread them out. We found out later. They took that picture, and everyone's like, "Ooh, wow!" That if Trump was leaving classified documents around Mar-a-Lago on the ballroom or the bathroom or the ballroom, wherever they said it was, you'd say, "Oh, that's kind of avant-garde on his part." But they spread them out. They made that photo op, and as you point out, go ahead. How is that not some sort of illegal maneuver by whatever agent did that?
Well, it was, and it fooled people who had been very loyal in some capacities to Donald Trump. At the time that happened, former Attorney General Bill Barr, former Secretary of State, whom I have the highest regard for, Mike Pompeo, they all weighed in before they really understood that had been planted or arranged. When they saw that, they said, well, Donald Trump wouldn't have gotten his head in this noose, basically, had he been more careful. But when you only find out post facto that 0.08 or something percent, not even that, 0.008% of all the 13,000 files were classified, and you have a parallel special prosecutor later, Robert Hur, who's saying that Joe Biden, for over 30 years, violated classified documents law, and the only reason he's not going to be charged is he is so cognitively impaired that the jury would have empathy for him and acquit him, which is not really the purview of her. It was to find culpability or not psychoanalyze a potential jury.
I got to go, Victor. I can't wait to read your book. I'm just wondering, do you think they found any documents in that mustache, and how long did they? Who was stuck having to search that mustache for documents?
Yes.
I'm kidding. Victor Davis Hanson, new book, September 2nd. Thank you. End of everything. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, folks. The new administration in D.C. has brought a lot of positive changes when it comes to fixing our broken healthcare system. The reality is, however, that there's only so much any government can do, even this government. But if they really want to make America healthy again, that starts at home with each and every one of us, and that's where the Wellness Company comes in. See and hear from the Wellness Company doctors all the time on this network, and you know that their products are the gold standard for keeping you and your family safe and healthy. The Wellness Company gives you the opportunity to make sure you are prepared for whatever happens with their series of prescription medical kits. Kits that contain an assortment of life-saving medications and guidebooks to assist in the proper use of those medications. Additionally, the Wellness Company offers a variety of products from parasite cleanses to methylene blue to weight loss and so much more that can help you stay healthy and live a longer and more satisfying life. Make America healthy again starts right here at home. Do your part and protect the health of you and your family. Go to www.twc.health/voice today and order. That's twc.health/voice. Use the promo code VOICE and save 10%. Roll that quick ad. Roll the quick ad and go to break. The Edge thing. You got it. The fire doesn't destroy you, it forges you. I've lived where the heat never stops. Pro baseball fields, open outcry pits, and the anchor chair. Pressure isn't the enemy, it's the test. Only the strong withstand it. Only the ready rise through it. The Edge isn't just a brand, it's the spark in men who've been holding back too long. September, The Edge is coming.